So, I'm not a Reddit girl, but today is my first time on Reddit, so cool. Hey guys, it's me, Smousing13, and today I am going to do something a little bit different. I was being a normal person and watching some YouTube videos, and I came across the Stage Door YouTube channel, and they went on Reddit, and they went under a thing called Am I the Asshole? So, they did some musical theater ones, and I thought that was hilarious. So, I'm sometimes not opinionated, but I want to be opinionated today because I feel like it. And we're going to do some Am I Asshole responses to some of the things I found on Reddit. So, let's get started. Sorry if I also jumble some of my words. I'm just going to put that out there now. So, the first one is called Am I an asshole for thinking I'm better for the lead role in the musical than my friends? So a lot of my friends aren't really into musical theater, so I don't have to deal with this on a daily basis. But let's see what this person says. I know the title makes me seem like an asshole already. This is being posted on a throwaways because people in my Thrope use Reddit. Sorry if the formatting is bad. I'm in mobile, okay? I don't really care. For some background, I'm a 16-year-old junior guy who has been in theater since I was in 6th grade. I love that for you. Love that it's a guy, because we need more guys in theater. I've won many awards at various festivals, okay, and have starred in many leading roles in my years. Out of everyone in the Thrope, I have been here the longest. Not that it matters, but you know. It started back in September when our competition production was announced. Of course, I was thrilled, and even more so when I read the script. The play is a romantic comedy musical with a male lead. I picked my role very cautiously because I'm pretty well known in my theater community, and I have a reputation to uphold. People start to think that my characters are unoriginal and have the same personality in every production. They will look down upon me and start to talk. Okay, I understand that. That is pretty good of you. However, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm very good at comedy, and the male lead had the same sense of humor as me, so I decided to make it well known that I'm going to try out for this role. Okay. Apparently, I made some rude comments to my peers implying that I was better than them. I don't think I'm better than anyone, but I do know I'm excellent at acting. Anyways, I don't believe I made any rude comments to them, and I was thinking they were just salty because they knew I would get the role. I can see that. Well, the cast list was posted a couple of days ago, and I got the lead. Some of the other guys are mad and haven't responded to any of my texts complimenting them on their roles. They got fairly large parts as well, which personally I believe is a bit rude. However, again, I think they are just mad because my romantic interest is the hottest girl in the Thrope, and they all have crushes on her. Oh my god, I love this friend group. I get that's such a high school thing. Now, the other guys who will talk to me say that all the comments I made about have no competition and having this role is the bag really hurt the other guys' feelings. I feel that I was just confident in my performance and that they should be happy for me getting the role. My friends from other schools say that the guys are being joke and agree that they should be happy for me. Since they are so many conflicting opinions, I would really like clarification. So Reddit, am I the asshole? Okay, so this guy's a junior. He's won many awards, I get that. And guys that he is friends with are wanting the same role, and he gets the main role, and all his friends are now mad at him. I mean, I can see them. I can see possibly maybe this person being the asshole because they're kind of bragging, thinking that they're better than them. I mean, there were so many people in my high school that they knew, I think they knew that, like, I mean, they didn't know, but they didn't make it clear that they thought that they were better. They made it an even playing field. I mean, did my teacher play favorites sometimes? Yes. In my high school career, did I ever get any good roles? No. So, I mean, there are some parts that maybe, there's some points where you could be the asshole because you're kind of like bragging. I mean, you didn't really say, you just said, you made it well known that you were gonna try out. But you never really said, like, oh, I'm better, I'm made for this role, like, that kind of stuff. So, like, I think it's just more the friends, maybe, because they're, like, they just, like, you're being nice. Like, you're saying, like, oh, good job on, like, your parts that you got. Like, you'll do a great job. And, like, they could at least been, like, congrats. But no, they are ignoring you. And the guys are siding, the other guys from a different school, I guess, are siding with your friends. My friends from other schools say that the guys are being a joke probably, and agree that they should be, yeah, your other friends are on your side. Yeah, I think your friends are the assholes in this moment, because you never bragged. You just said, like, hey, I'm going for this part. Maybe they're just intimidated. They're probably intimidated by this person. So, okay, we're on. Am I the asshole, or are we the assholes, I guess, in this title, for thinking that tech crew should get to bow at the end of our performances? Which, are you crazy? Even at my high school, we let the tech crew, like, bow because they deserve some applause because they work so hard. But let me read. For context, we are a fairly small school, about 100 kids per grade, and don't exactly have a thriving art program, but it's decent. That's kind of sad. Last year, our previous theater director retired. The person hired to replace her is Miss N. I'm not going to say their full one. And a new teacher joined as tech director, Mr. H. Both the play and musical went fine that year. They weren't the greatest, but they were on par with what usually happens. They were fun, which is what most of us focus on anyways. This year, the musical started off fine. The set is much better than other ones we've had, and everything was normal. Then we hit Tech Week, and it's a nightmare for tech. Mr. H was still changing when things are supposed to be on or off stage until the day before opening night. Oh gosh, I would be stressed. That is also the rehearsal in which we found out that tech crew will not be doing a bow at the end of the musical. Okay. In previous years, all of the actors are done with their bows. They gesture to the wing, and the stage crew in costume runs on hand in hand, does a bow, and runs off. This is a small amount of recognition we get others than the pamphlets we hand out before the show that have our names on it. It also the only time the parents of the tech crew get to see their children on stage. So we found out that we weren't going to be doing that this year. Both the cast and crew were up in arms. The production also had a very large concrete of seniors, and this was going to be their last show, so many of them were extra angry. So the people who were seniors that were on the tech crew were probably angry. I get that. So what did we do? We organized, we got a petition with over 3/4 of the cast and crew's signatures, as well as a letter addressed to Mr. N and Mr. H. Now we didn't do all this without learning why first. We just thought the why was stupid. Mr. H didn't want us to doing bows because it was unprofessional. He said further points such as when we get to college, will we expect bows, or that the bows will detract from the tech crew's performance because the audience will focus on the bows and not the set or how fast scene changes were. Despite the petition, they refused to consider letting tech crew have bows. Are we being ridiculous in asking for bows? Also, I can clarify further. I know I missed some things. Shout out to all the tech crew people, because you guys do so much, because you guys have to, like, paint all the sets, like build all the sets, like do all the lighting, do all the mics. Like things can go so wrong without the tech crew. So the teachers are the assholes. Yes, your school's very small, but like the tech crew does so much. They deserve their applause. Like yes, it's very quick, but like they do so much work. Like I said, they deal with the lights, they deal with all like the props, like they have to like deal with props sometimes. Like at my school, we did Legally Blonde, and we had 2 live dogs as Bruiser and I'm forgetting Paulette's dog's name. Rufus. Got it. Rufus, and the tech crew had to deal with those dogs. I mean, they like laid in, it was mostly hanging out with the dogs, which I would have done the same thing if I was in tech. But they deal with like all the they had to deal with the dogs, they had to deal with like the set, and like the set's not easy. We had a lot of like pulling and stuff, and like things are heavy. Like they deserve some recognition for all their hard work. Like, no brainer. The teachers are assholes. I think they deserve applause. You guys are doing the right thing and fighting for people's causes, because you also said seniors deserve, like, there are probably so many seniors, like, there's so many seniors that are always on the tech crew, and they aren't getting the recognition of all the work they did through the 4 years you were at your high school, or like however long high school is, because I don't know, could be some high schools that start in 8th, I don't know, there could be some weird ones, but yeah. Okay, here we have the last one. Am I an asshole for saying we should recast the lead in our school play? Okay, that's interesting. So I'm a 16 male, they'd put M, but my guess is that's male. I'm in a school theater company, and there's this one girl in the theater company, 17, and she's a female, who got cast as the lead in our play. Anyways, since the beginning of the casting, she has shown no motivation or commitment to this play. She either comes in late, 20 to 30 minutes, or doesn't show up at all. This has gotten me and some of my other classmates and peers frustrated, since she is in every single scene. We were supposed to do this play in the last week of February. 1, we are 4 months into production, and she still hasn't memorized her lines, and she's the lead. And 2, she won't be here for the entire month of March. So now we have to delay the play until either April or May, since that's what works best for her. When we were auditioning, she gave a whole speech and narrated about how that this was her dream role and how much she loves theater. Then after casting, she told me and some other classmates that it was just a lie so she could get the part. She also said she joined the class so it would look good on her college resume. Okay, I get that. We've also been noticing her attitude isn't great, and is being cold and not putting in a good group effort when trying to rehearse or work with us. Anyways, this week when we had our meeting, I asked our director if the lead was here. He said he had no clue. She didn't say anything. I brought it up to him that we should recast since she's barely memorized and have a lack of commitment. Everyone in the class seemed to agree and were saying that they should recast her. Then about 15 minutes later, she showed up late. The next day, apparently, one of her friends told her what the class and I said about wanting to recast her. She's very mad and upset with us. On one hand, I believe she should be recast since she's bringing the team down. On the other hand, I feel bad since I said that in front of the class with her fellow peers. So everyone heard it, and now I know and know how that can I know how that can make someone feel bad. So are you the asshole? Oh my gosh. This is juicy. Holy crap. Well, oh my gosh.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Okay. Whew, where do I even begin? So, there are some people who just aren't motivated about, like, take theater just to get the credit, because there are probably so many people. I feel like if people take choir, because that's what I'm thinking of, people take choir, they like to sing. But there are probably so many people that, like, take theater classes just to pass. Like, there was someone in one of my classes, and it was an acting class, and you had to be very, like, you had to, like, move and, like, have, like, you know, articulation and, like, movement in your voice, and she always was, like, very monotone, and I always would get annoyed with her because she didn't really put any effort in. And then she dropped the class, I think, so she never showed up. Oh no, someone else did. Someone else dropped the class. I understand where you're coming from, but oh my gosh, I can't get over the fact that they were 4 months into production and they still haven't memorized their lines, and they're the lead in the play. Like, the teacher should be on top of that. Like, theater companies that I've been with, if you're not memorized with your lines, you are getting screamed at. How is this teacher not, like, on them? And second, that she won't be there for the entire month of March? I mean, the whole month of March. Just the whole month of March. Not, like, a week. Like, understand, like, if it was, like, a week. Because, like, there was a time when I was in a show and, like, I had a conflict on the dress rehearsal. And I got it figured out. But, like, it was just one thing. But, like, a whole month? What the heck is this person doing for an entire month? Going on a cruise? But if you're the lead, like, you should. I had the hiccups, but oh my gosh, I can't fathom that. I mean, there are times when you have to take actions into your own hands. I mean, I think it's a mix, I think. Because, like, you could be an asshole because you're already, like, 4 months past, like, when the play was supposed to be. Because it was supposed to be, I guess, in February. Last week of February. But they had to delay it twice because the lead didn't memorize their lines, and then they weren't there for the entire month of March. I mean, I feel like the person is an asshole because they, like, said it in front of everybody, even though everybody, like, was on the same page. But, like, that's something you probably say, like, individually to the teacher, being like, hey, this is what I'm thinking, like, what should we do? But, like, also, the 17-year-old female kind of is the bigger asshole in this situation, because she is the main lead. If you aren't going to take it seriously, like, you could have given it to someone who, like, wants it. Or, like, communicate with the teacher being like, hey, I'm going to be gone all the month of March. Like, I know I got the main role, but, like, what should I do in the situation? Should I just step down and let someone else be the main role? Or like, be proactive. So, I guess the person that's more the asshole in this situation is probably the female. And then the person writing this is kind of the asshole because they could have, like I said, spoken a little more individually with the director and then maybe doing, I don't know. I mean, it was said, nothing can be done. So, I mean, the girl can't get mad because, like I said, she's not being proactive in, like, communicating, and she's also always late. So, like, I don't know what else to say. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a lot of me talking, and it probably, I don't know, didn't make too much sense. But leave in the comments below what I should do next or what I should sing next. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!